Today I am going to explain a thriller movie called Beast. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and enjoy. The first scene of the movie takes place in Africa, and it focuses on a band of poachers who stumble upon a pride of lions that are feasting on the remains of a zebra. The poachers shoot at the lions, but they don't hit the pride leader with their bullets. The guys start to lay a trap for the head lion, but they are oblivious to the fact that the lion is approaching them. Just as one of the poachers emerges from the field, the lion pounces from the field and attacks another poacher. The poacher's face and throat are sliced as the lion strikes. Dr. Nate Samuels, together with his daughters Mia and Nora, is going on a safari holiday to the same place. They talk to Nate's pal Martin Battles, who is going to accompany them on their journey and act as their guide. In addition, Nate and the daughters are still grieving the death of Nate's wife, Armel, who passed away as a result of cancer. Mia expresses her frustration to Nate about the fact that he was unable to be present during Armel's final days owing to his work, while the two of them are eating dinner together. In following conversations, Nate expresses his feelings of sorrow to Martin over the event. The following morning, Martin takes his wife and children on their safari, joined by his close friend Banji. They come to a stop and witness a pride of lions that Martin has been raising from the time they were cubs. As a result, the lions welcome him as if he were one of their large, affectionate pets. Martin notices one lioness with a gunshot hole in her paw, but when he attempts to approach her, she growls at him, and one of the other lions pulls Martin away from her. The gang comes to a community that appears to have been deserted as they travel farther along their journey. When Nate and Martin approach the houses, they discover the decaying bodies of numerous residents who had been attacked by the head lion from the pride that was murdered earlier. Nate instructs the females to remain in the area surrounding the vehicle. They carry on with their journey and eventually come upon a wounded guy named Mutend Ronald Mkwanezi. While Nate makes an effort to administer first aid to Mutend, the latter ultimately succumbs to his injuries and dies. Martin decides to walk out on his own. Martin, who seems to have seen the lion, draws his gun and fires a shot at it. When Nate goes to check on him, he discovers that the lion is heading in his direction. He manages to go back to the vehicle just in time to see the lion pursuing him and making an attempt to get into the vehicle. Nate gets behind the wheel of the vehicle, but he winds up driving up against a hill, where the vehicle becomes disabled. While Nate is trying to get in touch with Martin, the lion walks away from him and the girls so that they are not in danger. Martin's leg is gravely injured as a result of the lion's attack. While they are trying to find out how to get him out of the situation, Nate gives him instructions through the walkie-talkie on how to staunch the bleeding. Nate is able to locate a gun equipped with a tranquilizer, and he continues to keep a lookout for the lion. Mia gets out of the car to offer assistance after locating the site where Martin claims he is hiding. At the same time, a lion materializes from atop a rock in the distance. Nate is attacked by the beast while he is attempting to calm it down, and Mia is able to make her way to Martin despite all of the chaos. In the midst of the lion's pursuit of Nate, Nora shoots a dart into the animal's hindquarters, which allows Mia to successfully retrieve Martin without incident. The gang decides to spend the night in the car as they search for a means to get assistance and try to save the tiny bit of water that they have left over from the day. They were also surprised by how quickly the lion's tranquilizer wore off, and it continued prowling around the area after it had been administered. Nate has a recurring nightmare in which the lion is stalking the girls and trying to eat them. He confesses to Mia that he had feelings for their mother and that he is sorry he was not there for her when she required his assistance. Soon after, the gang hears a voice on the walkie-talkie, and that voice draws attention to the location of the group. The gang is discovered by poachers, who open fire on them after they recognize Martin as an anti-poacher who has been responsible for the deaths of several of the poachers in their group. The roar of the lion can then be heard by everyone just before it launches its assault. Nate gets the ladies to safety before deciding that he has no choice but to steal the vehicle that the poachers were driving. After the lion finishes off the poachers, Nate will search elsewhere for the keys to the vehicle. When the lion got closer to the group's vehicle, Martin yelled at the girls to get into the van as quickly as they could. The lion makes another effort to smash through the window that it previously shattered, but Martin continues to drive down the hill with it still attached to the vehicle. Martin is being pursued by the lion, but he notices that his automobile is leaking gas and lights it on fire, which causes an explosion that destroys both himself and the car while also lighting the lion on fire. Nate drives the girls closer to their camp as daylight approaches, but he makes a pit stop at an abandoned building on the way so that he may try to provide first aid to Mia, since the lion attack left her injured. As the lion, who was previously unharmed but is now horribly burned, appears, Nate continues to keep the girls hidden. Nate has an insight, and he begins to make some noise in order to attract the lion's attention to himself. Nate dashes out into the field, which just so happens to be in the same general location as where Martin had shown them the pride of lions. After that, Nate engages the lion in a one-on-one battle, during which he hits and stabs the animal as the lion attempts to bite Nate. While he is on the verge of losing his life, the other members of the pride go after the rogue lion, overcome it, and then rip it to pieces before returning to their pride. After this, Nate loses consciousness and has a vision of Amul, who appears to be preparing to pass away with him. In the same hospital room as Mia and Nora, Nate comes to shortly after they have arrived. They praised him for being able to anticipate that the other lions in the pride would eliminate the troublesome lion in order to save their pride. They also inform him that Banja came to their aid when they were in danger. The family continues their holiday and poses for a picture close to a tree from which a large flock of birds takes off.
Thanks for tuning into Recaps Movies. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on the latest movie shorts we're covering. We're always on the lookout for new and exciting films to discuss, so don't be shy. Let us know your favorite movies in the comments below. We love hearing from you, and your suggestions help us create the best content possible. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.